Alright, welcome back everyone dito sa paboritong Tres Marios natin. the best tandem, political tandem in the house. Ayan, marami na magalit ng mga kabilang channel dyan, pero okay lang yan. Hindi ko na alam ilang episode na tayo, 200 na ba tayo? Anyway, today we have a lot to discuss. Obviously, andun pa rin tayo sa afterglow ng Olympics. Some are saying, eto na yung golden era of the Philippines. Some are saying dahil, siyempre, bagong Pilipinas na dahil nanalo yung Maharlika president. I don't know. We can talk about a lot of things. But the Kaloy glory has also opened up a lot of debates that we want to discuss, including debates about what should be the strategy of the Philippines when it comes to investment in sports. Should we stick to the status quo? Should we diversify our investment? Should we expand the pie? And obviously, we are very lucky today because we have a guest who is a man of many talents. He's technically my former boss, but the thing with me is I never acted like I had a boss. Parang katulad ko yung isa dyan, diba? And this is a person who just finished also his Nieman Fellowship at Harvard University. Fantastic guy, fantastic journalist, background in computer science, former blogger. Wala pa yatang vlogger nung time na yan. And nung isang araw lang, nagbardagulan kaming online. Sabi ko, solution simple lang, mag-podcast tayo. So thank you so much, J. Mark, for joining us, sir.
Yes, thank you, Richard, Mark, Ronald. Thank you for having me here.
Kamusta, J. Mark?
daming pag-usapan. Okay, so parang maipit na ako ngayon. Marami mga basketball fans dito. So obviously, J. Mark, just to give people an idea, how did this podcast come about? Medyo nagdebate kami the other day. I think our good friend, our former colleague, Howie Severino, posted something about, obviously, I think we all can agree na Kaloy's victory was very special. And given his, humble stature, he was able to stand out. And he also showed na we may not be the tallest or more physically, domineering people on earth, but we can go for gold and double gold in this sense. And then, eventually, ang usapan napunta sa height, and then sa basketball. And then ako naman, being, obviously the football guy, and then alam ni Mark yan, I said something about, maybe, great naman yung basketball. And by the way, I was actually responding kasi may mga, yung sarcastic comment na, hey, nanalo tayo sa gymnastics, sa weightlifting, invest pa tayo sa basketball. Tapos parang, tapos nag-comment pa ako, kulang yung styling budget, yung mga ganun. So, obviously, nagbabardagulan na, di ba? So, it was in that, moment that I posted something. And I think I was a bit harsh also. Sabi ko, anong ratio ng medal to investment and all. Obviously, alam ni Mark yan, I was so happy nung Asian champion tayo. We had a very valiant fight for Olympic qualifiers. Tinalo pa natin one of the top 10 teams in the world, di ba, along the way. But anyway,
why are you backtracking now? Basketball hater.
Yeah, no. I will come back. Medyo malapit kayong dalawa eh.
Nagsisimula.
Medyo, wala pa yung bulletproof ko eh. Ronald, tulungan mo ako. Ronald, come here.
Iba sports ko eh. Sorry ah.
Shooting to eh. Ito yung pangtapat natin sa Mr. Turkish. No, but going back to this, no, I'm not necessarily backtracking. I'm just saying, aminado ka naman, J. Mark, the thing with online communication at 3 a.m., let's just be honest, we were still following Olympics.
I don't know why we were...
We were not at our sharpest, to be honest.
No,
but I stand by my argument na, of course, I understand how important basketball is for our hearts and minds and souls. But at the same time, feeling ko, medyo underinvested talaga yung ibang sports. So, ang tanong ngayon is, how do you slice the pie or should you change the size of the pie? So, Jay, where you're so pissed off with where I came from, and connect mo please to how you started your career as a blogger in basketball and all. Where is that coming from? Because you were very passionate. I was actually surprised. You were like the nicest boss I've ever had, and out of nowhere sabi niya, that's dumb. Di ako rin. No one told me that. Like, what? You got it! Wala na, nag-Cynthia Villar na ako, di ba? So, obviously, we're passionate. So,
to
where's
be
that?
clear, I told Richard that was a dumb argument.
Yeah.
I didn't call him dumb. So,
Yeah, in fairness naman.
In fairness.
But
So,
at 3 a.m., it looked like you were like dalawang lasing.
Dito pwede mo na siyang tawagan.
So,
Oy, metal yan. Please,
so
go ahead.
like I said, at 3 a.m. you don't have nuance in
Absolutely.
online conversations, di ba?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's a common reaction, yung reaction mo na bawasan natin yung budget sa basketball kasi invest na lang natin sa ibang sports where medals would be more easy to come by.
Yeah, parang yung ROI is more clear. Parang
mas,
ganun,
mas
something-
clear.
Yeah.
But I felt like if you parse it out, if you have a discussion, that it's a long form conversation,
Yeah.
you would quickly realize that that's a knee-jerk reaction and it's not healthy.
Mm.
In the first place, it's a moot argument because you're not going to make basketball less popular by promoting any other sport. It's not going to happen. I mean, we can wish it all. We can pray all the rosaries we want, but it's not going to happen.
It's in our DNA. It's in our DNA.
It's in our culture, diba?
Yeah.
And so, when you take a look back, I agree, basketball shouldn't be all our focus. We should invest on other sports, but we have to question how much are we spending on sports?
Right.
And is that enough? Because when I did a TED Talk in 2011,
2011. So wait lang. So where was the TED Talk
Yeah,
coming from?
so-
So you started the
so I
popular
was
blog, yeah.
I was an editor for Interaction.com. I was a sports editor. But before that, I was a popular blogger.
Yes.
I called it Fire Kinito because
Right.
it was a media criticism
Oh.
blog. It was a criticism of sports media
Ah.
about the issues that weren't being covered in the newspapers. So it was
Yung mga gaps in coverage.
yung gaps in coverage, and
Yeah.
also I wasn't happy with how they were covering things. Puro chismis, puro
Showbiz.
uh,
You mean like love life ng player?
love life
Alam mo na
ni
saan tayo papunta.
yung,
Sige, dito
yung
muna.
si James Yap and Chris Aquino,
Yeah,
or
exact.
si
Oh,
yung,
yeah,
yung mga ano ni Manny Pacquiao, travails ni Manny Pacquiao, yung mga ganon level yung coverage, di ba? And so dun sa TED Talk ko, sabi ko,
Right.
that year, I don't know if it is now, I haven't checked the data, but that year, Manny Pacquiao earned more for one fight than the Philippine government spent in sports.
Entire sports. Right.
All sports, right? And that's not including basketball because basketball gets most of its funding from private sponsors, diba? And why are private sponsors into basketball? Because that's where the
Yes.
audience is. Oh, diba? And
I
so,
think volleyball is getting a lot of funds now from private.
Right.
Especially women's
women's volleyball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oo. And I was saying, like, all these multinational corporations and these Filipino companies also, they spend a lot on advertising, endorsers. Today, they spend so much on influencers. And why not invest that in Philippine sports? And my point then was, because basketball, the unique thing about basketball, it's the only sport where we celebrate the players, our favorites, even though they don't win the championship. Every other sport, now we love Kaloy now, everyone's racing to give him that. But we don't want to invest in our athletes before they become champions.
You only reward the winner.
Winner.
You don't
exactly.
invest in the potential winner. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's the problem.
Right.
And the only place where we've overcome that cycle is basketball. Diba? Ang joke ko nga nun, I was a UP Fighting Maroons fan, and back then, hindi laging kulelat yung UP. Pero mahal ng
Yung
mahal
mga
ng
dark ages natin.
dark
diba?
ages
Sige,
natin,
back
ah.
to golden na naman
Exactly.
tayo, eh.
Pero the faith of the fans never wavered. The love of the fans for the team
I can
never
relate,
wavered.
yeah.
Diba? And so it's interesting that we can have this conversation about sports na okay, we produced Kaloy Yulo, but what about all the others? What about the potential? What can we do? And I don't think medals are the only metric we should be looking at. Because if you were
But
a
medals matter. Olympic
of
gold
course
medal
it matters.
Olympic medals
Yes,
matter.
Everything,
definitely.
Mm.
But if you were a betting man 10 years ago and you were going to bet on what sport the Philippines would win a medal and you invest
Boxing.
in that sport, you
Boxing.
say boxing,
Yeah.
yes.
Even
So,
taekwondo. I'm from taekwondo. I know Filipinos are good. I
may-
train with Koreans also. It's
say, maybe sort of.
bronze ka, yeah.
You probably would have also invested in weightlifting.
Yun ang
Because
hindi ko, you're right.
because I had a blog today. I revived my blog.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I wrote about
Because
it.
of me, no? Because we fought.
Well,
Nice.
No, because Thailand
Got
and
two
Indonesia,
silver, and Indonesia
and
got one
also
gold.
they have had like 20 medals in total in the Olympics from weightlifting.
Right.
So
Sa
kung
lower
kaya,
weight. Sa lower weight,
So-
hindi yung mga malalaki.
Oo.
Armenia, Iran, mga ganun yun.
exactly.
Yung mga
But
large one.
yun yung weight ni Heidi Diaz.
Right.
Diba? So if a female weightlifter from Thailand and Indonesia could win gold, then it stands to reason that someone from the Philippines could probably win
Right.
gold
So
with the
two
right
silver
support.
weightlifting for Thailand. Uh, Interesting sa Indonesia, the number 2 rank in the world was also from Indonesia, except they could only send one.
One
So if
in
Indonesia
that
was
weight
allowed to, they would
division.
get 2 gold or
Ah,
gold and
oh.
silver.
Oo.
So yung pala, sa Southeast Asian, kasi
Ah.
similar naman tayo ng physics, actually we can be very competitive at the lower weight. Kasi alam mo naman dun sa highest weight, labanan niya ng Georgia, Armenia, Iran. It's usually those 3 countries fighting, eh, di ba? So weightlifting.
My point, that's my point. If you were investing 10 years ago, you wouldn't have invested in gymnastics.
Yes.
Because it was, what Kaloy did was impossible. Like, no one from a developing country ever wins in the gymnastics because it's expensive. Everyone wants to win there. It's a glamour sport in the Olympics. So that wouldn't have been, if you were just thinking about
Out
medals.
of this world, yeah.
You wouldn't have invested in that. So it has to be more holistic. It has to be, facilities and the popularity and building up, teaching the audience to appreciate sports, not just, winning medals. Because that's an achievement for basketball.
Right.
That's an achievement that they built up that audience. And it's also an achievement for volleyball, even though we're not even Southeast Asian contenders in volleyball in the
Yeah.
women's. But a person, the
The
money is
Yeah.
coming in.
And Japan shows you can do it even if you're not the top. Japan is not a very tall team,
right.
but they're number 1
And
nation.
also, imagine if you're a young athlete who is good at volleyball, you have a future employment in this sport. You don't
Oo.
have to, hindi ka magugutom,
Yeah.
di ba?
Ang gusto ko din idagdag,
Please.
yung men's basketball, it's getting a lot of sponsors. Pero it's only men's basketball. Kasi kami sa SBT,
yung nga
we have
pala, no?
women's
Yeah,
basketball.
right,
Ang problema sa women's basketball, lahat ng babae sa ating matatangkad, nagva-volleyball. So, doon na pupunta kasi merong professional league, pwede silang kumita. So, nawawala doon. Tapos we also have 3x3 na to be competitive in
pwede.
3x3, you need a lot of funds din. Nawala na sa 3x3, kulang. For example, is Mongolia. Have you seen that? Yung Mongolia is isa sa mga top sa mundo when it comes to 3x3. Hindi sila lumaban sa 5v5, hindi sila, nag-focus sila sa 3x3.
Parang street style basketball yun. di ba?
Oo.
Yeah.
So medyo iba yung ano doon eh. So they're doing
I had no
really
idea.
well, and
Mongolia.
yeah, they're one of the top sa mundo.
Wow.
Mhm.
So so it's not men's
Right.
basketball lang yung may ano eh,
Oo.
yung may attention.
Sir Ronald, ikaw kung 10 years ago, di ba, mag-invest kayo sa shooting, di ba? Di sana maunahan mo pa yung Turkish na dad bod na gano'n, di ba?
Well, ang model ko kasi Cuba eh.
Yes.
It's such a small island, very poor, and yet number 20, 21 sila sa buong mundo. In
They
terms of-
underperformed this
in
year,
terms-
actually.
yeah, in
They
terms
underperformed
Hindi,
this
ibig
year.
sabihin, in the history of the Olympics,
Oh,
sila yung
Top 20
mataas
easily.
sila, di ba?
Top 20
For
easily.
such a small place and such a poor country, no? May embargo hanggang ngayon,
Yeah.
ang Amerika sa
And
kanila.
where athletes don't go professional. They
Yes.
stay, 5 gold medals
Yes.
yung nag-retire na isa, di ba, na
Yes.
wrestler, di ba?
Pero
5 gold
pero
medals.
ang taas ng gold nila, 85.
Right.
Ang mga silver nila, 70, no? For such a small place. Ibig sabihin, it's a combination of investment. It's a combination of patriotism, no? Yung pride, yung very proud sila as Cubans sa sports. No? Tsaka they really start young eh. Mga bata pa lang no? yung training
So
nila.
that's the Soviet
Ah.
tradition, medyo ganun.
Well,
yun, diba?
may pagka ganon, no?
Mm.
Pero siyempre, kundi niya, leadership din. Kaya hindi lang siya usapin ng
Pera.
how do you divide the pie? How do you enlarge the pie?
Mm.
No? Na yun ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon.
Yes.
Dahil kung hahatiin mo yung pie na maliit naman talaga, wala rin mangyayari. So, kailangan palakihin mo yung pie. No? Yun yung mas
Can I
basic.
comment this? Kasi para naman sabihin ko ng pinapanindigan pa naman yung argument. Ang point ko naman, I agree naman kung titingnan mo yung...
Magbabacktrack ka ulit.
Hindi.
Akala ko I was promised bardagulan in this conversation, but
Eto na. Mag-front drop na ako. No, my point kasi is, alam natin kung tingnan mo yung budget ng National Sports Commission natin, binabawasan pa from 1.17 to 700 plus million. So actually, yung prize money kay YOLO is already 1/5 of the entire budget of sport. Wala pa yung maintenance ka na. So sobrang liit, di ba? Sobrang liit.
Pero kanina, kahapon, doon sa parada, bago na yung kanilang mga uniform.
Ayun. at least.
Hindi katulad ng
Yeah.
pumunta sila sa Paris.
hindi kailangan tahiin yung
Oo nga, yung iba. So obviously the budget is very small. So if you're seeing any big money, it's really from private sector. Now, that's where my argument comes in. is obviously market-driven dahil ang taas ng interest. Ang point ko kasi is para siyang self-fulfilling prophecy in a sense that the more it gets attention, the more people pay attention to it, the more the private sector invests in it. So there should be a positive discrimination, if we can use that term na, okay, basketball will still be the number one star and everything like that, but maybe you want to give more airtime to the others para lang bigyan sila ng attention. So now you see I'm not backtracking. So my argument is that, I'm not saying that dump basketball or anything, I'm just saying medyo bigyan mo ng more airtime other sports whereby actually we can excel and you don't need billions of investment, probably millions. I mean, look at ang kinikita ng mga normal sportsman natin is just above 10,000 pesos a month. Just that's not even minimum wage. Even in champion level, people are 45,000. That's a call center earning. There's nothing wrong with that. But these are people who, if they went pro, they could earn millions a month or so. So grabbing sacrifice sila. So I completely agree with you. The economics is sensible. Basketball gets more because people love more. But ang sa akin is, the more airtime, the more, ano siya eh, I don't want to use the word.
From who?
Well, the more you see it, the more it's covered, whether it's the showbiz part, whether it's the sports part, the more people pay attention to it, the more analytics, the more advertisement. So, halos walang mapupunta sa iba eh, diba? So, my point is, there has to be a conscious effort to also pay attention to other sports. So, sinasabi ko, maybe Kaloy's success could be that kind of pivot na baka naman we want to also cover gymnastics competition in the Philippines a bit more. Baka dapat may program on that. Maybe yung mga sikat na sports journalists should also talk to Filipino journal. Mga kapatid ni Kaloy, magagaling din pala, di ba? Or a little bit about other sports. I don't want to bring football kasi that's also an expensive sport and you can easily attack me on that, di ba? So that's why I'm talking about, or even boxing. But you had an interesting analysis on boxing na finorward mo sa akin, na boxing, parang we actually regressed a little bit. Ako, my take was different because I watched the matches. Maybe your reading is different. I just felt may chance talaga si Petesio to make it. And what that was, medyo weird lang yung third round niya. But I think whether it's Carlo Palang, whether it's Petesio, or even Villegas, I think they could have been a silver gold medalist. Contingent yung nangyari. But I don't know, what is your read?
I think...
Kung tinanggap si Pacquiao.
Sayang. But boxing isn't a good example kasi siguro next to basketball and volleyball, it's the most attention and most fun.
So what happened? Ba't wala tayong even silver this year?
So that's just breaks of the game sometimes. No?
So,
but to your point about the other sports, that's also the problem if you're only fixated on the medals. Because imagine you're the Gymnastics Association and you see someone like Kaloy Yulo who's really going to be once in a lifetime, maybe even 2 generations, diba? You'll do everything to make sure he gets the best training to win gold. So you spend all your money on sending him to Japan, hiring a Japanese coach, having,
diba, Japan ang nagbabayad, no?
Meron ding money out ng Pilipinas. Si MVP meron din, sponsors, the whole shebang, all your resources. Oo, siya lang. Parang, I think it's interesting yung, we've seen how the generational trauma has played out on Philippine internet over this issue about, giving back to your mother and, diba, the family.
Pag-usapan natin yan.
Oh,
ayan na.
Pero, eto, sa ano na yon. Ito yung parang kung may anak ka na matalino tapos ibibigay mo lahat ng resources mo doon, 'di ba? Invest mo lahat na. Ganun yung nangyayari sa sports natin.
Mga kapatid niya di nakakapag-aral.
Wala na pagkain. Kunit na yung damit.
Nandun lahat.
Ganun yung nangyayari if your mindset is only
winner takes all.
Winner takes all and medals, 'di ba?
Pero ako ang problema ko si J-Mark is that it's not investing in the best necessary. It's just investing in who suddenly won. Diba? Kasi you wouldn't really know who's the best until you invest in all of them. Because Yulo got training in Japan. What if the boxers and all, they got best training in the world?
They do. Most of our best athletes who make the Olympics, that's the formula already. You identify the best athlete and then invest. That's why we've been winning. We send them abroad, diba? Ideally train in Malaysia ahead of her gold medal win. Nagka-problema pa siya nun. Pero even then, she had more resources than many of our other athletes from the past. That's part of the reason she'd been winning.
So what is your argument? That resources is not an issue?
No. All our resources are devoted. Number one, my argument is we need a bigger piece of the pie. And that's so
How big and like where do we get that money?
both from the government and from the private sector. But then
Maybe you want to comment
there
on
also
that.
needs to be effort in building out the audience. Imagine how many
Yun nga
times
yung sinasabi
Yun.
ko, bigyan mo ng airtime yung
No,
ibang sports.
and also
shooting.
how many times has Carlos Yulo performed in the Philippines? 'Di ba?
Mm.
How many gymnastics competition do we see happening
At
around?
least AJ Obiena will bring the Duplantis
Exactly.
of this world
And
here.
that's a great
At least may
that's
that
a
will help develop the sport
That's
more
good.
in the Philippines.
Speaking of
Kaya
BJ,
ang parati kong sinasabi pag ganito yung topic natin, yung the responsibility of growing the sport belongs doon sa people running at nandoon sa sport na yon. Hindi, parati kong sinasabi yung model ng volleyball. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, hindi naman ganito yung volleyball. Pero anong ginawa nila? Nagkaroon ng V-League, tapos yung sa UAAP, pumasok na sila Eliza Valdez.
right.
And so
And before that, they brought in foreign national teams to play here. Hindi kasali ang Pilipinas just to
watch.
Just
Yeah,
to watch,
yeah,
di ba?
tapos
I
unti-unti
saw that, yeah.
nag-grow yung attention, nag-grow yung so hanggang umabot siya sa ngayon na kung nasaan yung PBL ngayon. So that could serve as a model for football, for baseball, for other sports din. Na doon sila, kumaga, focus on social media, tapos focus on the UAAP. Kaya nga, yung for gymnastics, the next step is to have gymnastics as part doon sa UAAP competition. Kasi pag sinama mo yan dyan, pag makikita mo yung mga gymnast ng Ateneo, gymnast ng Lasal, gymnast, tapos makikita mo yung iba dyan, magaganda, yung iba dyan. So it would generate more interest for the sport. It would generate mga young celebrity athletes.
Marketing talaga.
Yeah, na after they graduate, they would need a place kung saan sila magko-compete professionally here. So
Yeah.
doon kumbaga it starts, you build up your base first, you build up your fan base first. And ang best na way dyan, I believe, sa UAAP, kasi may built-in ka na ng mga supporters eh. You have supporters na from NU, from UST, so doon magandang simulan.
Medyo madaling gawin yan, halimbawa sa basketball. Dahil historical na yan eh. No? Everybody loves basketball. No?
And sorry to cut you, but Ronald, sorry, you saw Philippine national team in their more glorious days. I mean, of course, we won the Asian Championship, but there was a time in Asia, it was really just Philippines, right? Until early 1980s, until the Jaworski's time. So, you were there the time na talagang yun na yun. Sorry I didn't want to play the age.
Mahirap pa.
Sorry!
Hindi naman, pero there was
Hindi
a time.
naman. May denial.
There was a time na hindi lang naman sa sports, kundi sa economy, medyo leading tayo sa ating mga Southeast
Regions.
Asian
Yeah,
neighbors.
yeah,
No?
yeah.
Ngayon, medyo
Gitna tayo. Gitna naman. Hindi naman tayo kulelat.
Hindi,
Gitna tayo.
ako lang, anong framework ang gagamitin mo? Dahil meron kasing debate yan eh. Dahil may mga sports talaga, may mga bansa talaga. Saan ba mag-i-invest yung bansa? Sa sports, no? Dahil may mga bansa talaga na capitalist-led yung sports. Ibig sabihin, mga private schools na may scholarship, may sahod, talaga naalagaan. Usually, pag akyat niyan, yung mga private schools na yan, yan yung may priority, yan yung may preference. At hindi yung mga public school. Very rare na may susulpot na magaling dyan, no? Dahil nga naaalagaan eh. No? Pero may mga bansa kasi na state-led yung sports. Di ba yung bansa nagpapasya ng ganito karaming sports, yung tutulungan.
China.
Sa mga,
China,
di ba ba?
obviously.
China or the former
Uzbekistan, yeah.
Soviet
Soviet
Union.
countries,
Talagang lahat yan.
Uzbekistan, naka-8 gold, number 13.
Co-equal yung treatment niyan,
Yeah.
bagamat some are more equal than others.
Yeah.
No? Ang US, mas capitalist-led. Advertisements, commercial. No? Ano ba yung mas kikita? No? Sa ibang mga bansa, ang framework nila, lahat dapat buhusan. No? So, tayo ay
Hybrid?
Hindi pa malinaw kung saan tayo eh.
Hindi pwede hybrid. I mean, I'm sure Scandinavian countries, Germany, hindi ba more hybrid sila?
Definitely hindi tayo hybrid. Hindi tayo state supported.
Yeah, wala. Dapat maging hybrid. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ikaw,
Pero
Jay
dapat
Mark.
ba talaga? Kasi ang punto ko naman, ang dami nating
Hindi lahat ng sports pwede mo pasukan eh.
Oo eh. Tsaka,
Shooting! Gusto ko shooting! May pag-asa pa tayo! Pwede
may
pa
tayong
ako!
problema sa poverty, may problema tayo sa ano. Yun ang punto naman din ng iba. Uunahin ba natin na yung billions ba gagastusin natin sa sports kesa dun sa mga pabahay, kesa dun sa mga
Hindi, halimbawa, ang Cuba, saan ang focus nila? Baseball. Paborito yan sa Cuba.
Which we used to be very good at.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Siyempre, boxing. no? Boxing. Wala sa kanila nagpa-professional. Lahat yan amateur.
Wrestling.
No?
Wrestling.
Wrestling, no?
Yeah.
Etc. So, meron silang pinipili. Hindi lahat pupuntahan nila.
Yeah.
Meron silang 10 na
Targeted.
paborito.
Oh.
No? Dahil nga, mahirap sila. Di ba?
Limited resources.
Oo.
Ganun din siguro tayo on our end.
You think?
Kumbaga, natural selection. O, nakita natin kay Heidelin, pwede pala tayo sa weightlifting. O, dyan tayo bumuhos. Nakita natin kay Kaloy, pwede pala tayo gymnastics. Dyan tayo bumuhos. Parang,
Ganun yung nangyayari ngayon.
nangyayari.
Pero feeling ko there's
Reactive.
opportunity also to look at the grassroots and the very start of their careers. One of the when people like you argue against basketball, you always argue about sponsorships and what you see at the professional level. But actually, ang pinakamalaking advantage ng basketball over every other sport is that there's a basketball court in every barangay in the Philippines. The infrastructure is there,
Yeah.
right?
May built-in advantage.
Oh,
literally.
tapos na ko-convert mo yun to a volleyball court and then mako-convert mo into an evacuation center, di ba? Pag ano,
Flood control.
so dapat magsisimula sa PE.
sa PE, and also, there should,
Kultura rin. Dahil habang bata tayo, lumalaki tayo, basketball talaga tayo.
Hindi, baka dapat sa PE wala ng basketball. Kasi paglabas mo naman may basketball.
So what you're saying is that it's racist to say na basketball is genetically for taller countries or something like that.
No,
Na may
no,
built-in- you think
obviously,
it's racist to say that?
it's not because it really is, may tayo talaga. It's a tall man's sport, right?
It doesn't mean na di tayo pa dito mangkad.
Ah,
What's happening now.
but
aren't these important?
But
I mean,
if you put it in context of other team sports, our success in
yes,
basketball,
okay, there I agree.
It's
Football,
actually-
volleyball, yeah, sure.
it's actually better than,
You're
someone else's success in football. So in that
Favorite
sense,
mo Indonesia.
favorite ko Indonesia or even Thailand.
Even China. I mean, China is winning shooting, swimming, ganun lang, diving, 'di ba? Wala silang football, China has no competition in one of those big sports.
Ang nakakatawa nung natalo ng Gilas yung China last year, di
In
ba?
China pa.
In China,
Tapos
twice,
bigla may
twice.
Tapos bigla may
Twice,
random
twice.
drug test, yung number 1 and number 2, nung number 3. Totally random. Just the two finalists. Diba? Very random. Biglang si Brownlee pa yung nahuli.
Ah?
Very random.
Tapos nakakatawa kasi yung mga social media users nila, binash yung Chinese national team nila na nakakahiya kayo, natalo kayo
sour
sa Pilipinas.
Sour grip, yeah.
Oo, so,
Actually, that's a good observation.
Ang tanong din, Richard, ang parati ko din tinatanong, para saan ba yung mga sports? Para saan ba yung mga medals? Parang a country like Singapore, wala silang mga medals, wala silang masyadong
Naka-bronze naman sila this
Oh,
year.
They get bronze lang, they get ano lang. Pero, kumbaga yung economy nila, ang ganda. Kumbaga para saan ba? Parang sa akin ang punto ko, it's for the happiness of the people. Kasi yung
Yeah.
panalo sa basketball, yung mananalo tayo against yung parang nangyari doon sa qualifiers. Hindi mo malalagyan ng pressure yung happiness ng ordinaryong Pilipino, let's say jeepney driver or security guard or rider, na yung kaligayahan nila pag nananalo yung basketball team natin. I think yun yung gamit ng sports.
I think
It's
this is
for the
where I'm
general
controversial,
happiness ng tao.
and I think this is where Ronald maybe can relate more to. This is where actually I'm more sentimental than you in a sense that, di ba, my counter attack to you is that you're just being sentimental attachment lang yung basketball, hindi naman talaga sa. So kaya it came off really schmucky, I agree. But Ronald, ako kasi, and I think that's where Cuba comes from, yung prestige of the state, yung idea, di ba? Iba pa rin yung may bragging rights. I'll be honest, I really enjoyed those memes, yung bata naglalakad sa gitna, everyone corner, Philippines, tapos puro Aussie. I like that. I like that because as a Filipino, when I was growing up, medyo mas mahirap pa tayo dati. Parang dinadown tayo ng ibang ASEAN countries and I always felt, UP tayo, mayabang tayo. And then we go to National University of Singapore or University of Malaysia and then parang, Philippines. So, honestly, for me,
nung sa Harvard ako, nagyabang din ako ron.
so ngayon, so when you talk about basketball, ganun tayo sa ASEAN, no one comes close. Pero ako talaga, it matters talaga, may gold medal ka, may yabang tayo. And there's the Thailand, kasi ang Thailand, di ba, may ano sa atin sa beauty pageant para.
Yes.
So, ang yabang nila sa atin sa Olympics, talo tayo sa kanila. Because Thailand has the most diverse portfolio, di ba, in terms of Olympic. Talo natin sila. And even Indonesia, which is 300 million people. So, for me, it's not just the prestige of state. As a Filipino, it feeds this sense of optimism. There's a future about the countries. So actually, I'm even more sentimental in that sense. And that's why I want us to invest in 4 or 5 sports that can give us gold and all. So I agree with you. Medal is not everything, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Especially kung may chip on shoulders ka na parang di na down tayo mga Pilipino. Lalo yung mga Singapore. Di ba? I don't know.
May
Mark,
hugot
no,
May hugot
no,
si Richard
you know,
Ikaw kasi lumalabas ka Kami kasi
I'm,
madalas lang.
yeah, and I'm
madalas lang kami
competitive.
dito
Oh,
kaya-
J. Mark knows that.
But ako, ang gusto kong makita yung totoong change, yung more holistic change.
Of course,
Like
of
Pero
course.
just not with Pacquiao
Ah.
Not just with the Olympics naman
Oh.
di ba?
Ah.
Kay Pacquiao.
I talked about basketball courts, but for example, Carlos Yulo started his career at a playground in Manila, yung paraiso ng Batang Maynila. Tagaron kami dati.
Correct.
Doon siya nagtatumbling. And bago siya dinala sa Rizal Memorial at pinag-tryout. Ngayon, yung park na yon, yung playground na yon, nakita ko, nadaanan ko a couple of weeks ago. Tamakan siya ng mga whatever stuff ng gobyerno, ng barangay. So wala nang green spaces. So how do you produce?
Yes.
How do you discover if you don't invest in spaces like that? Ako sa tingin ko yung gobyerno dapat yun yung paggastusan nila, yung basic infrastructure, not just
For all sorts of sports.
for all sorts of sports, right? And then once you identify the elite, pabayaan mo na yung
Sarap
mga
ng
sponsors na gumastos
But
na.
that's the
diba?
argument that I use for football, because football used to be our number one sports from up to 1920s and 30s.
Yeah.
Alcantara. And one reason daw is because lahat naging condominium and all, wala nang place for stadium. So basketball became the practical one kasi baseball and football need huge stadiums. So actually, because of Trapo City planning, na-eliminate yung sport na yan. And syempre, Spain is now the number one team in football and all. And part of me wonders, what if we were in football, maybe may masabi rin tayo sa Asia? Because I'll be honest, football is not a tall man's game. It is not. Look at Japan, man.
But you know what it is?
But
It's
but
the rich
expensive.
man's
But it's a
game.
very expensive
Like
one.
all the top countries in
But
the
then
world.
Morocco is poorer than us, but they
But-
were
But
semi-finalists.
their talent, like ours, come from the diaspora.
Yeah, French mostly.
At saka kwan yan.
huli ako doon.
Marunong-
Brazil!
marunong-
Brazil!
Ano?
Argentina!
Kasi, pero
Yung
Aztecs
America!
na naman galing sa diaspora. Diba? We can't complain about them.
Saka yung mga bansa
Sa
talaga.
Pilipinas natin, di ba?
Yung mga
Yeah,
bansa-
it's a very expensive sport. I agree. It's more expensive than
Hindi lang yun.
basketball.
Hindi lang yun. Yung mga bansa na talagang
Magaling sa
priority nilang
Football.
football, it's almost a religion.
Mm.
Religion yun eh.
Even more fanatic.
Oh,
Even.
mas fanatic.
Yeah, Maradona, like, oh my God, like, oh,
Oo.
yeah.
Magpapakamatay yung mga tao.
Worst.
Makabili ng ticket. Yan.
Yung mga stampede,
Oo.
yung Colombia versus Uruguay,
Oo.
nagsusuntukan.
Oo.
Actually, it's worse. I mean, I'm
It
not
is.
gonna defend that as a
Kaya
football
nga nakakatawa pag tinatalo ng Ascals yung Indonesia, yung
Yeah.
Vietnam. Baliw na baliw kayo
It's
sa
not even
football.
us.
Hindi nga kami mahilig.
Una pa yung women's team
Yeah.
natin
Ah,
nakapasok.
exactly, oh.
And
Kahit sa kwan, kahit sa Middle East, yung libro ni James.
Yeah.
Football and Islam.
Yeah.
Dalawa lang ang religion sa Middle East.
Yeah.
No?
Football.
Islam
Yung
and
ultras,
football.
yung ultras ng mga Al-Ahli,
Oo.
mga ganun, like from Egypt to Iran, ganun, like,
Yeah.
yes, football politics is crazy. Football, and pinapasokan ng intelligence security services, it's crazy all the. So no, I'm not gonna defend that. It's also very sentimental when it comes to football and all of that.
May idea din ako How about parang we
Oh, hindi ako nag-backtrack
allocate- we allocate
Mabait lang ako.
per LGU, per city,
Na-
na per sport. O Taguig, kayo bahala sa swimming. Makati, kayo bahala sa ganito.
Regional specialization.
Oo, regional special.
Does that make
Para
sense to
they
you?
can focus. Kasi may budget naman
So,
sila
so yung mga badyaw, swimming, gano'n.
No.
Cordillera, archery,
The
gano'n.
rich
Or
cities
climbing.
lang.
Well,
The rich.
in a capitalist country like ours, mahirap i-regulate yun.
Yeah.
Yung mayayaman na cities lang. Yung may sobrang budget sa
I come from Baguio. I think we're already strong like
Yun.
Team Lakay sa ano.
Oh, yun,
I
diba?
think, di ba isang gold na Indonesia is speed climbing na mountain?
Diba?
Kaya ng mga cordillera niya.
Parang
Speed
adapt as sport.
Wala lang yun sa amin.
Na
Eh.
Baguio could adapt kung
Yeah.
ano yung bagay sa mga
Pero
tao.
bro, alam mo saan ko gusto mag-specialize? Breakdance. Breaking.
Wala na sa next
Wala na sa next Olympics.
Na-eliminate. Sobrang, ganun daw sa Australia. Hi, what's your name? Like, do you dance this? Do you have a passport? Good. We're good to go. Let's go. Yun na yun. Wala na competition. Nakita mo yung nag-breakdance. Gumagana.
Vision nila Harry.
Ayan na. Papunta na tayo dyan. Okay, now let's transition. Obviously, Jemark, the reason I also wanted you here is because you have done journalism for a long time at the highest level. GMA Network, we were together with Capuzos, and you just finished your fellowship at Harvard. Can you tell us a little bit about your research in Harvard and this interface of journalism and artificial intelligence?
Yeah,
See, Joe
so
Rogan talaga tayo. No? We can do everything, bro.
all
Please
right,
go
I
ahead,
had
yeah.
a very long experience at GMA,
Yeah.
all sorts of edicts, including having to manage.
Yeah, like you could see my hugot sila.
One of your failures.
Yeah. One of his proudest moment of patience.
Yeah.
Lalo kung dinabata ko yung isang DDS vlogger. These people were having heart attack over that. Never happens again. Don't worry.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I put that behind me. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, Jim.
Yeah, but basically, before I went to Harvard, there was all this hype about when ChatGPT was released, diba? This was
Right,
going to
right.
change the world.
Right.
And so when I got there, people were thinking about how it was going to change the world of journalism. But a lot of the discussions were happening at the highest level, like ethics, and which is good. That's good to know. But no one was trying to figure out how to use them inside the newsroom. So kung journalist ka, paano mo ba gagawin
Right.
yung AI, gagamitin yung AI
To
in your work,
favor. Yeah.
to your favor. And when I was doing my research there, parang na-discover ko na all of a sudden, top 5 na in the world ang Pilipinas sa paggamit ng ChatGPT. Diba?
At dito pa yung back offices nila, di ba?
Oh.
Yung mga nag-fix ng bugs.
Oh,
yung mga ganyan,
just the visits to ChatGPT, top 5 in the world yung
Except yung mga
Pilipinas.
estudyante lang.
Exactly. So, minsan pag nag-zoom ako to train journalism professors,
Right.
sinasabi ko, ilan sa inyo yung gumagamit ng AI, and none of them would say yes.
No one will admit.
I will,
yeah.
no, or yung mga professors, so I will
Yeah.
tell them, oh, kayo hindi gumagamit ng ChatGPT.
Pero
Your
estudyante.
students are
Yeah,
already
yeah.
using ChatGPT. So imagine our audiences are ahead of us. If you're a journalist, you want to understand what your audience is doing and what impact this technology has on the future. You have to understand that technology, and you have to figure out how to use it for your own purposes. So that
So
was
you develop an app?
I did.
Because your background niya, computer science, just to remind
UP.
Yeah,
UP Las
exactly.
Bañas ako, computer science, and UP Diliman, technology management.
You're the man.
Yeah, I developed an app, and ang unang sample ko, I wanted an AI to read COA reports, because every
Nice.
government agency in the Philippines, every town, so we're talking about hundreds of towns,
Nice.
every local government unit has a COA report, and you couldn't possibly
Go through all of them.
Read
Even
all
the
of them.
most conscientious journalists.
So why not use AI to read the COA reports, diba? And 2 years ago, even 2 years ago, that would have taken me to develop that hundreds of hours of training and thousands of documents just to have a working prototype. When ChatGPT was released, I developed an app in a couple of days to be able to do that. Now, it's not perfect. It's not by no means perfect. It's not even very good, right? Because
Just good.
what you discover when you use AI is that you can't outsource your critical thinking to the AI. So it's
Yeah.
impressive in a lot of things, but it's really dumb in a lot of ways. So if you query it and you ask it, pretend you're an investigative journalist, here's a COA report, tell me what are the red flags in this. It's gonna give you bullshit. It's not gonna give you
Yeah.
anything you could use.
Hallucination tawag dun, di ba? Yung-
Or minsan, hindi niya makikita yung pinapahanap mo sa kanya.
Ah.
Diba? Parang, how would it know? Diba? It doesn't know what's
Have
a
you
good
tried,
story.
Ronald? I've
But
tried.
won't that improve?
No.
Yeah, talagang ganyan na yan.
Because it's random eh. Sometimes, parang it's, and your question is also vague. Diba? Your question was, find me the story
So
here.
hindi totoo na autonomously the whole, with more data, with more training, it perfects.
Improves ba?
Hindi.
No,
Hindi totoo
because
yan.
you have to tell it what is the correct, diba? Who would know that? It's you. So what I designed my app to do was you feed it the report, and what it does is it summarizes all the audit observations there. So
Right.
if you read the COA report, there are a bunch of audit observations that are in this jargon, and what it does is it gives you bullet points. And now, if you're a journalist, unang tingin mo pa lang, oh, mukhang storya to. And you can ask the AI, tell me more about this, give me more details. And then it
What
asks
about
you.
algorithmic bias? Yung racist AI, yung mga ganun, di ba? Yung nag-develop ng Google a few years ago, tapos sobrang racist daw siya. I was also told by some of my friends in the US, they were saying that if you look at iPhone, for instance, if hindi Caucasian yung face mo, it doesn't filter it well.
Yeah, that's part of the things.
Kaya mas Samsung na lang tayo kasi mas Asian yung nakuha niya
Oo.
sa filter, di ba?
Dapat mag-Vivo ka para.
Ay, yun, di ba? Di
Yung,
ba lahat tayo?
iba na yung
TikTok,
itsura ng
TikTok,
ano mo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, yung one of my professors, she was the pioneering researcher in algorithmic bias. I think she's a listener. Shout out kay Latanya Sweeney. But she discovered that when you Google your name, and if you have a black sounding name, there will be an ad served to you asking if you've been arrested. Right? Because the machine learning algorithm learned the biases where chances are, if you're a black sounding name, people would search for you whether you had an arrest record. And that was very damaging.
Racist,
Okay.
no?
So what I found out and what I preach when I do journalism workshops for AI is that you just use it as a tool. The data should come from you. So in the case of the COA report, you vetted the COA report, diba? You know that it's the official document. You did the
May
journalism.
basihan,
Oo.
yeah, exactly. May
And
point of
all the
reference.
AI will do is summarize it for you,
Right.
diba? So you don't use it as a source of
Yeah.
information. So you
You use
avoid
it as a processor of information.
exactly.
Right. So
Oo.
what you feed it, parang if you feed it bad stuff will
Exactly.
come out. Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I see what
So
you're
it becomes a tool. It's not. It doesn't
Right.
become, it's sort of an assistant, but it's not. You don't outsource your journalism.
So are you saying there was an AI hype? Because the markets are saying there was an AI hype. The crash we saw right now, the other day, in the stocks of all of the big tech companies, is the AI hype is kind of
Yeah, I think so because
Yeah.
the more you use it, and I use it a lot. I don't
Yeah.
know how much you use it. The more you try to use it for your everyday
yeah.
work, the more you realize how dumb it is.
yeah.
Right? So it's still very impressive technology, but it's not going to
It's
do.
not world class journalism or anything. Ronald, have you tried ChatGPT? Yeah,
Di pa.
I test sometimes like who's Richard Haydar. It gives me 10 different versions of my
Exactly.
life.
Yeah.
Si Randy David,
Ginagawa niya.
kinento niya sa akin.
Grabe.
Sabi niya, marami siyang criticism about AI, especially sa ChatGPT.
Right.
Dahil pinapaliwanag niya sa akin bakit yung mga sagot ay kulang. Yun yung
Interesting.
pinapaliwanag niya. Alam mo naman, Neanderthal ako eh. Hindi ko
Yeah, but you're younger than no, because ako I've tried. Write as Richard Haydar about democracy. Right? So because there's enough I've written, diba? So if you have written a lot of articles, hindi ako nag-flex. I'm just saying, not bad. Especially the latest version of chat, almost nakuha niyo yung cadence ng writing ko. I would say 70 to 75%.